Hello guys, this is Vysh. So UPSC has given you an option to report the questions which are debatable or controversial, and I have already done a detailed video. It's just a 10-minute video in which I have showed you the entire process, like how you can go and report the question with the question number, your question booklet, series number, everything you have to put, and just it's a like 1 minute it will take. So please do that process. Watch this video, latest video which I uploaded today only. In that everything is done, and also I have shown you which are the questions which are controversial. Okay, with the solution I have given you. So that I will tell you in English medium also I have told, and in Hindi medium students also, because the Hindi translation went wrong. That also I have shown. Okay, so please watch that video and take the necessary action. It is allowed only for 1 week. On 23rd June evening 6 p.m. this option goes away. Then you can't report at any cost. Okay, only through one portal you can do that. So please watch that video and report it today itself. Now this particular video which we are doing is actually on the history question analysis. Okay, I told you that time itself I will do subject wise things, and this time sadly history questions were very less, but in a way it is good that it was less. The reason why I am telling is they are not asking from any of your standard books now. They are asking repeatedly last 3 years from Upinder Singh textbook. Upinder Singh textbook is this much big, bulky, 1000 something pages book that even we multiple times thought about making lectures on it, and then we dropped it, because it's not about the bulkiness of the book also, it's about each page factual thing. Meaning if you take suppose Patanjali wrote these books, and then they have given some 25 book names which he have written, which can't even be pronounced. Okay, and UPSC since the last 3 years are picking one of that book which is not the popular one. Popular one, whatever Patanjali, if you have written something Mahakavya, Mahabhashya, something whatever, that one thing we would have taught you because it's there in your R. Sharma, NCERT, medieval history books and all, we have taught you. But Upinder Singh is like a Wikipedia for history people. It's like for who are doing like a PhD in history or postgraduate in history and all. For them that book is compiled, and from that questions are coming. So the question numbers going down is actually good for you, because anyway if it comes like last year it came like 15 questions, you will lose all that 15 marks. So it's better that it got reduced. Okay, so now we will see question by question, and we have already done the first impression video in which I told you 9 questions came, and that 9 questions, none of them were easy, okay, except for the art and culture. So that also here, if you have not seen that video, the thumbnail is shown here. Please watch this particular video. It will help you understand the exam better. So here if you see, I'm circling here 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2, that is 5 questions of ancient history, of which 2 are medium and 3 are tough. And then there is medieval history, only 1 question came, which that single question itself is tough because it is not there in any source. Even in Upinder Singh that question is not there. I will show you the source today. Then modern history, 1 question came, which is actually medium, but the options were easy, and so that way it could be solved, and it's directly from NCERT. Okay, directly from NCERT, so that was kind of, you can tell, easy. And then art and culture, both are easy because it's not again art and culture of Nitin Singhania or textbook. It is from UNESCO World Heritage Site, which got added this year. Okay, so it's there in our December and September current affair magazine. Detailed notes and questions were done. So everybody would have done that. So that is 2 easy questions. So these 9 questions in this order we will discuss. First question, if you see here, it's about ancient India. Okay, so with reference to ancient India, Gautam Buddha was generally known by which of the following epithets? Okay, meaning you can tell upnam or a sub-name, a different name. Okay, so here these things are there in your R.S. Sharma and ancient history textbook and all, that is Shakya Muni and Tathagata, and we have covered in detail. Okay, Nayaputta is not there in any of the textbooks, so with that itself you should have understood that that is something as a trick question they have put it. Okay, it is actually, I think, related to Jainism, not even Buddhism, and we have covered every textbook of Buddhism for you. So here if you see Shakya Muni, Buddha achieved that nirvana kind of thing. Then here Shakya Muni Trinity, Gautam Buddha. Then here next question, the next place where it is appeared, if you remember Maitreya or Maitreya question came already, which again was asked like future Buddha, and it came already, and based on that we had made a question where we had again given different names of Buddha, which again if you can see here Shakya Muni Buddha. Okay, Gautam Buddha is also called Shakya Muni Buddha. Okay, and that from Wikipedia we took that data and gave you because UPSC started asking many factual questions. Then again if you see Tathagata, another name for Buddha, this in our question itself it's there, and this because the recent CDS exam started asking questions from boxes and all, CDS and CAPF. I made a separate test called full test number 4, history full test number 4, and gave to this year's students. Okay, and I was giving it to the previous year students also free of cost. And then if you have done that, in that these kind of things were mentioned, and from that only question has come. Okay, then again if you go to another test, that is R.S. Sharma test number 2, which we give, there also about Bodhisattva, one question is there. Here Tathagatas, Buddhahood of the rank of Buddha. This is there in your R.S. Sharma textbook, for which free lectures, all the 27 chapters full free I have done 4 years back in our channel. Okay, in YouTube itself. Then again, if you see, Tathagata will be again there. See, Buddha, Tathagata, it is there in your class 12th, chapter 4. Okay, so this was a kind of medium question because the Nayaputta was not mentioned anywhere and nobody knows anything about it. That is why if you did what you believed, okay, if you know that Shakyamuni and Tathagata is there, which is there in your standard textbook, you know this is wrong because you need 2 and 3 in the option. This is wrong because they are telling none of the above. So 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3. So here only you may get confused, but with your sense, that is where always you have to apply that extra sense. We can teach you up to what is available in sources. Remaining is examiners testing you whether you can crack that thing or not. So here the answer will be 2 and 3. Okay, 2 and 3 is the answer of question number 1, which I consider as medium category question, and it's not an easy question because of the options given like that, and the Nayaputta is not available in sources. Second question, it's easy because of the options. It's a medium category, but easy because of the options. Because Chandraketu it's not in Orissa, it is in West Bengal as in the NCERT map. And this map, I had asked you to revise multiple times. This again, if you see, is that special test which I made, History Full Test 4, which I don't know whether you ignored or took it seriously. I had made it with that extra boxes and maps and pictures because the CAPF and CDS exam and Geoscientist exam, which happened 2023 just before your prelims, asked many questions from this area. And I told you, from this map only, see this question, Dhanyakataka is where, it's in Andhra. That was the question which came in 2023 prelims. And that is in the same map. This map, I have just snipped it. If you complete this map right down, Dhanyakataka is there in the Andhra Pradesh area. That map only, I made another question showing different other regions in which Chandraketu is also marked. And here in the map also it is marked. It is in West Bengal Delta area and not in Orissa. So this was expected that you have to study this. And if you have done that, the first statement is wrong. And when first statement is wrong, this is gone. And this is gone. Now you are stuck with 2 and 3 and 3 and 4, which makes the third one automatically correct. And that's a very difficult one also. This Mangadu Kerala megalithic site, it's again not there in any of the sources. If you Google, I think again in Upinder Singh, maybe it will come up. But again, problem is in Tamil Nadu also there is a place called Mangadu. That is also an iron site and megalithic site, I think. So it is like if you had read that and went, okay, that Tamil Nadu, Mangadu, iron, then you will think Kerala is wrong and you will mark it wrong. So this UPSC is asking you very weird factual things which a student cannot by heart. Even teachers, we can't by heart this. Okay, so third one, but good thing is because the first one was easy, Chandraketu, the third one automatically became correct. Because in both the options is there. Now it's about 2 and 4. And 2, they have luckily given very easy one. Inamgaon is there in your NCERT class 6th, NCERT class 10th. It is there in your R. S. Sharma textbook. It is there in our history. All the test Inamgaon with the charts, it's there. And if you, interestingly, if I show you my chart, revision chart for Chalcolithic site, which we gave to students, which I always tell save it in your phone and keep revising. It's given state-wise. Maharashtra, Inamgaon, it is a Chalcolithic site. Okay, that's what they have asked. Inamgaon, Maharashtra, Chalcolithic site. So 2 is correct and your answer is again 2 and 3. Okay, same like last question, 2 and 3. So here, now with this you get a learning that the fourth one is wrong. So the fourth one, the Salihundam, actually it came in news 4-5 years back. That's the only place I found it worth studying, else it's not there in your textbooks, history textbook. It's in Andhra Pradesh and it is not famous for rock cut shrines, it is famous for Buddhist site. And that in our country, there was a scheme which Modi government launched, which is the Adarsh Smarak scheme. In that, it was qualified by the Ministry of Culture. And then, not only that, 3-4 monuments were there. In that, one was this Buddhist remain at Salihundam, which is a 3-4 old year current affair. It's there in our July 2021 current affair. And also, I think in some other magazine, it was there. But these kind of things you are asking in 2024 as a very difficult 3-column match the following is a very that's why I'm telling history questions reducing is actually good for you people nowadays because they're asking that much factual question. So it's up to you whether in the exam hall you did it or you skipped it. Skipping is also a very good decision in history questions. Okay, because there are other questions of polity and geography which you could do and reach the cutoff. Okay, so now I will go to the next question because 2 we have solved, one kind of medium, one kind of easy because of the options. Okay, so here this is one more just screenshot, Mangadu. Tamil Nadu Mangadu, which we covered in May 2022 current affair. This is what I told. In Tamil Nadu and in Kerala, both places this Mangadu is there. But here in this question, options did not even need you to read the statement number 3. That is why it was irrelevant. This fact which is irrelevant. Okay. Now next question about Upanishads. So Upanishads we have taught you in detail in our lectures and NCERTs and test also that a guru will make your that's a child, a student sit with him and then tell him this in the form of stories and he will explain him. Okay, sitting near, that is the literal meaning of Upanishad. Okay. So the guru is teaching him. So this only problem here is if you did not know the English word called parables. Parables is again is just a story format you are telling. Like we have the Jataka tales and all like that. We are telling story format. We are giving a moral or giving a principle, making them understand some philosophy. Okay. So that parable is not there in Upanishad is what they are telling, which is actually a very extreme statement and that is wrong. Okay, parables, many stories. If you see the stories between dialogue between Nachiketa and Yama, or Buddha sitting and meditating and somebody is coming and disturbing, all these are in Upanishads. So many stories we have read in Jataka and Upanishad, both stories we have shown you, where it's written about different gods of different religions. So these things, okay, is the basic Katha Upanishad. The name itself is Katha. Okay, so this one is wrong statement. Now next one, Upanishads were composed earlier than Purana. This is their chronology kind of question, which again we can claim that we taught you because it's there in NCERT. It's a direct NCERT timeline thing, but this is not factually possible for students to remember. Okay, if you see here in the class 12th NCERT and all, if you see after the chapter, they'll give a table where the chronology is given, and that thing I keep telling, like somehow try to remember, because UPSC is asking nowadays, but it's not practically possible. Still, I'll show you here. If you see this Puranas in Sanskrit is 200 AD. Okay, but the Upanishads are in 6th century BC. It is older. So Upanishads are composed earlier than the Puranas is correct, and so the statement 2 is correct here. Statement 1 is wrong, because they're telling there is no stories, there is no parables in Upanishad. This is a wrong statement. So it's again a medium difficulty because of the word parable, then the chronology, this and all. Easy to study, but recollecting in the exam hall is difficult. That's why I put it in medium. But we cannot call it tough question also, because it's there in the sources. It's there in a basic NCERT. Okay, so we cannot call it tough. These are again places where we told you about details about Upanishads. Okay, sitting near, giving knowledge through salvation, telling them story, and then phrases like Satyameva Jayate is taken from this Upanishad, this Asatoma Jyotirgamaya is taken from this Brahman. These all things are asked in previous years. That is why we have covered it. Okay, so please take test series seriously, and those who have not joined also try to do test series, because without test series you are not going to crack UPSC. Okay, any institute which is doing justice to you, telling things, please study from them. Okay, next question, again I will tell it is a tough category. Why? Because these names, again Upinder Singh. Okay, Upinder Singh, if you see page number 537 of chapter number 9, this thing is given, which even we can't teach you or we can't remember. Okay, these things if you see, only two things are there, Natya Shastra by Bharatamuni and this Mahabhashya, I think by Patanjali. These things are there in your normal textbooks. This we taught you also, but still you will be stuck with Kavya Alankara and Madhyama Vyayoga. Okay, so these two, whether Bhasha as written or not, Bhasha also we have covered extensively, because Bhasha is there in your R.S. Sharma textbook, NCERT and all. It's at least 6-7 books we would have taught. But here, in this particular Upinder Singh, what you have written, that is what UPSC is preferring now. So in this, the first book is Madhyama Yoga, some Dutta Gatotka. This anyone, suppose any of this had come in the exam, you will not be able to solve it, because nobody teaches you this. Okay, only this Charu Datta is mentioned in your R.S. Sharma, and some other 2-3 books are there, which I'll show you in the coming slides and all. So this is again, you get stuck with two options. That's why it's a difficult question. And if you see the sources, again, this question source I showed you. Then here if you see Kavya Alankara, okay, because next time they will ask you, it is this Bhamaha. Okay, Bhamaha is the author, which again in your normal textbook is not there. From Wikipedia I have taken the knowledge. Natya Shastra, if you see Bharata, we have covered in questions. Mahabhashya by Patanjali we have covered in our test, because these are there in your standard textbooks which you can study and go. Okay, but Madhyama Vyayoga is only there in Upinder Singh, page number 537, which if you want to study, but I will not tell you to study that 1000-page book, because it's impossible to remember the facts. Okay, because it's not one book, they give 16 books. Then again, if you come down, this is the Bhasas related notes which we given in our, again, history full test 4, which I made the new test, where I gave you notes, because I expected question, but this particular book was not there in our normal textbooks or in previous year questions, so we did not cover it. Okay, that particular book we did not cover. Swapna Vasadattam previous question was there, that's why we taught you that and highlighted in red also, but UPSC did not ask you that. Okay, so now going to the next question, again similar question, very difficult, 4 names which you can't even pronounce. They are given some sutra, some Divmagga, Vinaya, Vistara and all. We learned this, okay, we teach you the basics of this, but every book is not possible to be studied. Okay, and here also we see Sangabhuti, which again this person is not mentioned in any of your textbooks, standard textbook. Okay, Sangabhuti, it is again in Upinder Singh, page number 834. If you had that capacity to read that much big book and reach till page number. About Sangabhuti, it is there in your particular textbook which is mentioned here, Upinder Singh, that is an Indian Buddhist monk who traveled to China at the end of the 4th century AD, and his work is Sarvastivadin Vinaya. Okay, so this again, if you see Sarvastivadi and all, we have covered in detail in another session, but in even Wikipedia, this person's name Sangabhuti will not be mentioned there. Okay, there it's written like it is similar to the Vasubandhu's certain particular works and bhashyas and all, but UPSC chose to ask you something which is available only in one source in the page number 835. The other one also, if you see this Prajna Paramitra, okay, this one is also there in one of our questions, it will be there. Okay, Prajna Mitra, okay, somewhere here it should be there. And then this is in the art and culture test. Okay, art and culture test, we have this Buddha Kosha, Vishu Dimaga also, which is the second one. So these two you can do, but you will be stuck with Lalita Vistara and this thing. Lalita Vistara is mentioned actually in, if you see, Mahayana, Sanskrit, Gautam Sermon. This and all we have covered you because it is there mentioned in your R.S. Sharma textbook. Okay, but they went one step ahead of a very factual information which you can't do, and you should not be sad if you could not do. Okay, now the very interesting question of the medieval India. Medieval India, if you see, who gave permission to the Portuguese to build a fort at Bhatkal? So answer here is Krishnadevaraya. Okay, and this year we expected question again because last few years Vijayanagara question were coming so much that in the latest May month current affair also, which we gave before prelims, I think 1 week before the prelims we gave, Hampi restoration work was going on, and then we predicted that question will come from there. And so about detailed notes about Krishnadevaraya I took from Wikipedia and other sources and all, and gave you that they maintained friendly relationship with the Portuguese Governor General and all. But they went one more step ahead, telling like he gave permission to Portuguese to build a fort at Bhatkal, which is not there even in your Upinder Singh. It's not there in any sources. If you Google this fact, what will happen is the IGNO notes, okay, from which also in the past questions have come. IGNO notes is like in bulk, you can't study, it's not humanly possible, it's an MBA course or whatever course they give. In that full notes are there, you can't study. So IGNO's history section notes, if you go in this e-Gyan Kosh government website, it's written that on Albuquerque request, this Governor General, which we taught you in Spectrum also 6 years back, Krishnadevaraya permitted the construction of the fort at Bhatkal. And this is in 1510 to 1530 timeline. After that in 1542 and all later, when Ramaraya comes, the relationship spoiled and then Bhatkal was plundered. This is given in your IGNO notes, which I don't expect you to learn also. I don't expect any teacher in this country to teach you for UPSC civil service exam. Okay. So this, what they are trying to do is like make you intelligent enough to skip it. Or take a guesswork because we taught you that Krishnadevaraya had a good relation with Portuguese. Maybe they made a fort, you have to do guesswork and it's like a gamble, okay, getting 2 marks. But again, there is a chance of losing 0.66 marks also. So that is the reason this question and all, ideally you should have skipped. But my job is to tell you the sources, because even after the exam, we also have to Google and find out the sources. Okay, that level of questions are coming. Modern history, I put in medium, but it's actually a very easy question because question came from directly NCERT class 12th and NCERT class 8. History, where modern history is covered. If you see, one statement is about Rayatwari settlement, one statement is about permanent settlement. So Rayatwari settlement, you know that it is the one which came with telling the riots have to pay, the farmers have to pay the rent and all. But here they are telling they are exempted from revenue payment if calamity happened. You know, India in the British time was going on through that much calamities and famines and all in Bengal area and all that. They could not repay the loans and they went to money lenders, and all these are given in my notes. Okay, all this is not my notes, actually NCERT summary which I gave you. Rayatwari, when people fail to pay this thing, they will have to, they will get devastated by famine and all, and then they had to go to money lender. This is all given in the NCERT class 12th, okay, about Rayatwari. So the statement 1 which is given is wrong. Okay, practically if you think also, it is now only Fasal Bima Yojana and all came, and then they told like crop losses or climate change things is added. Else in the previous insurance schemes and all, which even our post-independence governments gave, there was no provision for any disaster or natural calamities. Okay, insurance is not being given for that. So this is a practically also, if you think it's a wrong statement. Second one, permanent settlement, which is again another version of the farm thing. So here if you see, you would lose zamindari if the fixed high revenue was not shared with the company is given in your NCERT class 8th, and that is also covered in our test series. So that is exactly the thing they asked. Failed to pay his revenue, he will be removed from zamindari. So statement 2 is correct, and that is the answer here. So this is actually an easy question if you read NCERTs and read the basic provisions of these particular 2 schemes. Now the 2 questions which is there, modern history is over. 2 questions is, one is the UNESCO intangible cultural heritage site, and one is the World Heritage Site. Okay, one is which you cannot touch, and one is that which you have this like Western Ghats and Mumbai Station, and many things are there which is added as a cultural heritage site. So here in our revision chart also we kept on updating. So Garba Gujarat 2023, I told you to save my revision charts in your phone and keep revising till you enter the exam hall. So that from that only it came, and anybody who covered you current affairs, okay, December 2023 current affair it has come directly Garba dance. Okay, Durga Puja was added the year before that, Kumbh Mela was added even 2 years before that, Chau dance I think it is there since 2010, see 2010. So anything which is covered in the current affair or covered in the standard source will be there in Vysh test series. Okay, now the last question of history, that is art and culture. World Heritage Site again, but 2023 which got added. Okay, the World Heritage Site. So this one, if you see, Rani Ki Vav in Gujarat is like since long time it is there, and Bodhya is also not the answer. Shantiniketan and Hoysalas, these two were added both in September 2023, and see our MCQ. September 2023 MCQ 39 and MCQ 44. This is about, see, we have told in the question itself what is the thing, Shantiniketan 41st Heritage Site, and then we gave you extra information also, hoping that question will come. But they simply asked you the site. Same like the Hoysala was added here, and we asked you which state, Karnataka, and we gave detailed notes are there below this in September magazine. If you have with you, if you are enrolled, open and see. So please take test series seriously. Please take current affairs seriously. Many are there who even buy our current affair magazines. But after that, when the prelims is nearing, these yellow color notes, pink color note, toppers notes, then WhatsApp notes are coming nowadays, and then this thing, which is this PT365, these all you fall for it. You think all my fellow people are studying that. How can I trust Vysh YouTube channel? Let me go to that. And what happens? After exam, you see that questions are coming from our test series. Now also out of these 9 questions, close to 5 or 6 questions we are able to claim. So please see to it that you study seriously. Okay, we are doing a lot of effort. Now history video I have discussed. Same like that polity I will discuss, which around 16 questions came. Economics is there, geography, animal question, science question. Then we will do the launch video, which is 2025 1-year timetable. It's the 3rd batch actually. 2 batches already over of 575 days and 450 day timetable. Now 328 day timetable we will do a batch. Then we will have a new thing for a 2-year timetable for 2026 aspirant, which is 650 day timetable. Okay, in 650 days, I think around 120 days I have kept only for your optional. That is 2, 3 months, 4 months you can study optional. Remaining which you have close to 500 days, you can study GS and the prelims as per how we teach you. And then we will do the final Vysh versus UPSC video, which we do every year. And this time also 45 to 50 questions are going to be easily coming from our test series only. Okay, because I have done the research, and as per the thing, almost everything which came in NCRT, polity, spectrum, and our extra notes based on previous year questions, CDS papers, everything has come in the exam. Okay, so please wait for those videos. First we will do subject wise, and then we will do the combined video. So then it will be easy for me also to keep doing videos every day. Directly if I try to do the 1-hour video, I have to do full analysis in detail. Okay. So you saw the sourcing today, everything correct source from the textbook, from the UGC, from the IGNO notes, from the Upinder Singh, everything I will take it for you. Keep watching and keep commenting that this is helping you, because unless you comment, I don't know whether it is actually helping. Then we will not be able to do this full series which I am thinking. Okay, so please comment, and also today itself go and report the question. Okay, because only till 23rd 6 PM it is available, 2-3 days only. So go and report the question so that you can get that extra benefit. Okay, so I'll come with the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.